I'm Stephanie Hope Dodd, a mommy blogger and producer of Shifting TV, and welcome to this episode titled The Good Mom Conundrum. I'm going to talk today about a blog post that I put out that was originally titled Good Moms Can Go to Hell. Why I ended up changing that name, and hint, it's not because I don't like sass. I actually love a little bit, sometimes a lot of bit of sass. How this idea, this post kind of came to me, my own Good Moms Can Go to Hell struggle. What came up for me between the time I wrote the post and published the post, and what happened to me the very day that it went live when I was called a good mom, and what I internalized that I want to share with you in these next few minutes so that you, as a woman, as whoever, a person on this world, can help end this good mom conundrum. So I blog at stephaniehopedodd.com, and there's also deeper conversations on this exact video happening on my group page. If you want to be a part of that, just go to stephaniehopedodd.com. There's a place where you can enter your email at the top, at the bottom of every blog post, and that will give you access straight away to join these conversations, because this conversation today is huge. It's something that as truth tellers, as awakening women on this earth, those of us who are mothering in these modern times, it's up to us to start changing this idea that a good mom is something that we have to strive for. I write in my blog post, you'd think by now we could have come up with a better term for a woman who is giving her all, doing her best, and loving her child as much as she can. Oh, I have it. How about just mom? Why do we have this idea that to be a good mom, we have to be doing something extraordinary? So this post actually came as a little rant. I wrote it in like 3 minutes because I was so in the energy of being like, I'm tired of trying to be a good mom. So it was the first day of school for my son, and he goes to afternoon kindergarten, and it was the morning. And so what was I doing? I was, of course, filling out the paperwork that needed to be sent with him to school. And I had this thought came through my mind, and it like jabbed me in my heart. It was like, oh, I bet all of the good moms already had this done like over the weekend, of course. And my itty bitty shitty committee just went wild about how I wasn't a good mom because I had put this off till the end. Now, who knows what we were doing that weekend, but I actually do know. We were really trying to celebrate the end of summer, and paperwork just got pushed till the morning. It's not like I didn't do it, and even if I hadn't, who cares? I probably would have gotten it done the next day, right? But it was just this idea that like, oh, I'm sure I'm the only mom out of the 900 kids in his school that has not done this paperwork until this morning. I bet that's false. But that's not what my ego let me believe, that I was a bad mom for doing the paperwork that morning. And so I stopped what I was doing and I went to my computer and I just typed this all out. And I was like, good moms can go to hell. Like, I'm done trying to compare myself. Because Comparisonville, when we get on that train, it leads us to a dead end and like just into the depths of despair. So I wrote this post and I sat on it for a few days. And I love the title, Good Moms Can Go to Hell. But what really transpired the night before I posted it, I sat there and I just did some like, where does this come from? And what I recognized is that this need to be a good mom is something that's very external. It's not actually like an internal desire, but when we are disconnected, right, from our own sense of self that lets us know, it's not like something, I think we all believe deep down that we're a good mom, but there's this like subconscious programming running, right, that tells us in order to be a good mom, we have to be doing something better than we are. And that better than we are-ness, it's like, it's here. It's in our energy field, but it's not actually, that source is not within. And so as I sat there thinking about it, and what did I want to get out of putting this post into the world, what I really thought about was the energy of feeling like we are enough, just as we are, no matter what the circumstances are. And so I just kind of really was able to tune into where that energy comes from within my own body, which is really that power source, that third chakra, that sacral area, that place like right below our belly button. And I just really filled that space with love and then sent it out. So my intention was everyone who reads that post, if you're on this video, can just take a moment and tune into that frequency of feeling more than enough, just as you are, without having to strive to be something better than what is. And to make the conscious effort to jump right off that train that's going to Comparisonville and to just be. So life is funny. It's really funny if you're observing too. I put that post out yesterday. My littlest and I were at Whole Foods and the cashier gave her 2 stickers. One was a watermelon and one was a butterfly. So as we're going out the doors, they're the automatic doors, one of the stickers drops. And by the time she says it, we're already on the other side of the door. And she's like, but I need my sticker. And in my head, I think, I need you to have that sticker because otherwise this car ride home may be miserable. So I start pulling on the doors, and they do open, but they're definitely meant to open automatically from within. And I reach down with my finger. I see it. It's like this golden object sparkling on the ground. And I'm like, I found it. And I go down to reach for it and I put it on my finger. And as I'm pulling it up, it falls off. The door shut. So here I am like crouched down, like shoulder into the door, disappointed, had just dropped it. Somebody comes out with their cart, doesn't see me, and the doors go right into me. I'm like, oh, okay. So in that moment of the door opening between it shutting, I say to the woman, just a moment, please. I just have to rescue this sticker, with this like probably look on my face that was half like disbelief, hysterical laughing, but there was definitely a twinkle in my eye, like, I've got to rescue this watermelon sticker. And so she was extremely kind and just kind of, moved her cart back, super patient. I was able to pull on the doors, pick it up this time, cup it so that I could carry it out. And as she exited then right behind me, I said, thank you so much for your patience. My daughter really wanted her sticker and I really wanted a more peaceful ride home. So thank you for allowing me to get the sticker. And she smiled, she had a twinkle in her eye, and she said, you're such a good mom. And do you want to know what happened truly? Like my heart kind of grew a little bit. I was like, oh, thank you for recognizing, right? My efforts. But as I strolled away, I thought, it's funny the universe gave me this experience today. Because what was it? It's not only that external validation that we seek instead of creating that feeling from within, but it was more than that. It was like, okay, so she gave me that experience and I got to feel how good it feels to be recognized. But if I really think that this idea of being a good mom, it is such a conundrum, which is why I've retitled my post to the Good Mom Conundrum, because it is kind of this like difficult and confusing problem that we have. We want to be acknowledged for being a good mom, but yet putting those standards on us make us think that we're not good enough as we are. And so it gave me the chance to sit and just reflect and be like, well, what could have changed that experience? What is it that I would like to take from that experience to be able to offer to other moms when I see them, so that when I want to acknowledge somebody for being a good mom, like what is it that I can share? And so what I came up with, and if it resonates with you, can we all just please start doing this? Like there are so many times I want to say to a mom, like, you are freaking amazing. And yet I hold back, and I thought, like, if that woman had conveyed to me just a simple of, I recognize what you're doing and it really made my heart smile to see you do that, right? Some sort of this acknowledgement of how it makes us feel when we witness another person doing something that reflects kindness, gentleness, whatever it is that it feels for us, right? Because instead of dropping me into this category of like, oh, I'm a good mom, versus a mom who maybe didn't have the extra 2 minutes, who actually just strode away and said to their child, like, I'm sorry, your sticker fell. We'll get you another one. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, no mom is better than the other. It's all circumstantial, right? We're all just moms. And so I'm kind of taking this vow of when I want to say something to somebody, when I want to think of somebody, instead of putting them into this category of good or bad, really being like, how does that make me feel? And what can I appreciate about what they are showing me? Like, thank you so much. That really, like, witnessing your kindness really made me want to step back and take a pause and see where I can find an extra minute in my day to do that for somebody else. Like that, I'm not saying what she said was wrong, but like I'm grateful. I think we're conditioned to want to acknowledge people in that way. I just want us to change how we're acknowledging it so that we're not in this conundrum. So if somebody had said to me like, wow, witnessing that kindness or witnessing that patience or witnessing that dedication to something so simple really made me step back and think, like that would have been, I mean, life-changing, right? Because those are the moments that make us think like, oh, I get it. I get what's happening here. I get how we can, our little tiny things that we do in this world can have such a greater impact on the world, on the society. And as thought leaders in this world, as if you're here on this video, you absolutely are, like it's up to us. It really is up to us. And so here's one teeny tiny way that you can do it. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear, what does it feel like for you when somebody says you're a good mom? What does it bring up for you when you witness somebody else doing something with kindness, with patience, with dedication, with love, with reverence, with respect? Like, what does that inspire within you? Because I think at the core, that's really what we are seeking. I want to thank you so much for being here on this episode. If you want to share this with your friends, please share it with your friends. Please join in the deeper conversations happening on our private group, and you can sign up at stephaniehope.com. And there are spaces at the top, at the bottom of every blog post. So just sign up. You'll automatically get an email with a link to the group, and we will see you in there.